exhausted, emotionally wrung out. These are things that all mothers of newborn babies face. And I'm absolutely no different. I'm facing all of that along with having a toddler to take care of and a bad cold. So a recipe for post-delivery blues. But as a counselor, there are lots of different things that I'm doing to make sure that I don't go into depression. And this is what today's video is about. Welcome to Kanika's Corner. So there are lots of things that we go through post-delivery, right? Hormonal changes in our body, from having the baby inside to outside, you're getting ready for lactation and breastfeeding. And I think most importantly for us, the focus moves completely away from us to the new baby. And I think that drastic shift is quite a jolt to us. There's also, it's okay to be frustrated at our new baby because there's no time to eat. Forget about a hot meal or having a hot drink. You don't have time to go to the loo in peace. You can't do anything. There are constant interruptions with a newborn. And all of that, can lead to a little bit of negativity towards the baby. So as a counselor, these are the things that I'm doing to keep myself away from feeling all of these blues and sort of going into that well of depression. First things first, I eat something. As soon as I'm feeling teary-eyed, I have maybe a little piece of chocolate or a slice of cheese or bread or nuts, and that instantly makes me feel better. The second thing I do is if I can catch some rest, I quickly go do that. Or if I can hand my baby over to someone for even just 10 minutes, that is something worth doing. I also take a few minutes for myself every single day, even if it is late at night and it is only 5 minutes. 5 minutes purely for myself with doing nothing else. It's a must do on my list. And very importantly, I catch up with friends and family and talk about non-baby related stuff. Nothing to do about babies. I love listening to music, and one of the things that typically happens with having a new baby and a toddler in the house is music is out of the question. There's just so much noise all the time. But when I'm feeling low, I make sure, even when I'm feeding the baby, I just switch on some music, I listen to it, perk myself up, right? So listening to your favorite music or your favorite talk show or something like that while you're feeding the baby or changing the baby is a very good thing to do to feel better. I found that, changing out of my night clothes and wearing something else for the day, wearing something bright colored, buying a few things that are of my current size, make a big difference. I'm able to shift from feeling tired and slouchy, even if I haven't been able to take a bath, but it just feels so much nicer to feel fresh. Sunshine is really important for all of us. Not only does it enhance our mood, but being out in the sun, getting some light exercise, a little bit of walking, makes us feel so much happier, and all our happy hormones then also come out. The other thing that I like to do is talk to someone when I'm feeling low, get their perspective on what I'm doing with my baby, the issues I'm having. Rather than go onto the internet and look up all of this and get guidance, I find that it's a lot more supportive to talk to someone who has experience with this and, just feel so much nicer and comforted by what they are telling us. For some of us, the baby fat doesn't melt away post-delivery. I continue to have a lot of pregnancy weight, and there's nothing I can do about it at this point. All my energy is just going into keeping my newborn up and about, keeping my toddler calm, and keeping myself alive. So let's not worry about how we look. Let's not feel down about how we look. Most of us will have postpartum hair loss also. And you know what? These are things that we can work on a few months down the line. But thinking about how we look, looking at ourselves in the mirror, they're not helpful for us at this point. We are who we are. So for those of you who wonder why I started my YouTube channel, it's purely for the fact that talking about my experiences actually gives me something to look forward to. Putting out my knowledge, what I have gained over the last the years of my life, all of that just makes me feel so much better. Feeling a little blue, feeling teary-eyed, not able to connect with the baby, these are all very common in the first few weeks post-delivery. But if you find that it is happening very regularly and, for a 1-2 week period, I highly recommend that you go back to your doctor, you go to a counselor, get the additional support needed to just get over this little hump. And since we are nearly 6 weeks post-delivery, it's something I'm keeping an eye out on myself, just to make sure that, with all the busyness of life that I don't miss out on my symptoms and catch them early if they are there and get all the help that is needed. So thank you for watching and please subscribe.